Hey guys, welcome back to the shop. As you know in that last video, the springs on this truck have been kicking my butt. They really have. And I attempted to use a Sawzall to cut through the bolts, and that's just becoming way too much work for what this project is. I got all new bolts to hang the springs with, the new springs. And so cutting the bolts out was going to be the easiest way. Sawzall usually does a pretty good job of this. You get in there and cut it, and they slice right through. In this case, they're not slicing right through. It's been gone through several blades and decided, you know what, this isn't something I'd recommend you try at home, but good old-fashioned cutoff wheel. If I can get it up in there in the right place, it'll go right through this. The rubber's going to smoke and make a pretty good stink in the shop, but I got to get it done. This truck's been in the shop way too long. I got to replace the rear springs, rear shocks, mount up the new rear bumper, replace the front shocks, and get the new front bumper built, and get this thing out of here. Hey, welcome back to the Wood and Metal Workshop. I'm Kent.
I'm Colton.
Oh yeah, gotta love that smell. Okay, front one's done. Get the back cut out, and we'll get the new spring in here. All right, we're on to the rear hanger. We're replacing the hangers, so I went ahead and just cut the old hanger in half so I can get the spring out of the way. And now we'll get in here and tackle this one. Bingo, springs out. Sometimes on these jobs, gotta love the rust belt. You really do. It's one of the joys of working on vehicles. So in this case, I only had to cut the one side because I had already gotten the bolt unscrewed. Was able to get that unscrewed using the breaker bar. There's a lot of work on the other side. I think I'm just going to cut both sides and just get it out of there. It's a time thing, and the effort putting in, since they're being replaced anyways, might as well just chop them out. I was going to skip this part and just bring it back when we were putting the new springs in, but ran into a slight issue with the 4.5 inch grinding disc. I just couldn't cut through the bolts on this side. Just didn't have enough depth of cut, even with a brand new disc. And this is something that I would not recommend you do at home. It's not the safest thing in the world, but I went and got I put a 7 inch cutoff wheel on here. I'm gonna have to switch from the Hitachi to one of the better grinders. This thing it's been sitting for about 10 minutes while I had some lunch, and it's hot, extremely hot. 5 amp motor, just not enough to drive that big 7 inch disc reliably. So gonna go ahead and switch this out for. So we'll be back and get this. I got the front bracket cut out already. Got to get the rear bracket, finish cutting it out, and we'll be ready to put the springs in. There we go. It is possible to get this stuff out with a bit of work, and gotta love working on rusty stuff, but it's out. We're ready to put the springs back in. I'm gonna take a little break, and then we'll come back at it. Alright guys, here's where we're at. There's the old springs all out. You can see they're both broken. These were the standard duty springs. When we ordered the new ones, we ordered the heavy duty version. You can see that these ones have 3 leaves in them. And we're just about ready to put them back in. New hardware, new U-bolts right there. And we got new bolts from the springs before we knew the rear hangers had to be replaced. The new hangers came with new springs. We won't need this bushing. There's already a bushing in the new springs, so that can just get put in the basket for use at a later date. None of these bolt nuts are captured though, which is going to make putting in these rear hangers a little tricky. Gonna have to attach a tab to these so I can actually it'd be this one, attach a tab to it, so because it's got to be a captured bolt or a captured nut in order to work. The old ones, let's go over here. You can see all the rust and stuff that came off this pile. Here's one of the old ones. You can see it's got this little bracket on it. Actually, the nut doesn't look too bad. It might. Let's see if that one fits. That would make our life much easier if we could use the old nuts. And that screws right in there, as you can see, so we'll be able to use the old nuts with the capture part on it, make our life a little bit easier. Go find the other one, and we'll go ahead and get these hangers in. We'll finish tightening that up once we get the spring in. Okay, tighten that up after we get the front one in. All right. Now it's U-bolts, and we'll be set to go. Let's see if I can get you a position to get some shots of the U-bolts going on here. Alright guys, both leaf springs are completely in. I went and checked, and the torque spec on these is 65 to 87 foot-pounds. Got the torque wrench set for 85, so we'll go ahead and get these torqued down. It's going to take a little while because I haven't tightened them up at all yet, so U-bolts for leaf springs, I like to skip around, skip back and forth. Could have grabbed the impact wrench, but didn't have the hose coiled out over here on this side of the truck, so we'll just go the old-fashioned way today. Sorry. See if I can still get you a view and be out of my swing here. There we go, that's one. There we go. All set. Gonna move over, get the other side, and get the shocks changed out. And next time you see us, we'll be working on the front bumper. So have a great day. And if you like what you saw here today, please subscribe, like, and comment. If you have any questions or concerns, please comment. And if you really like what you saw today, please share it. Thanks.